So this is a fun story. T-Mobile's CEO Mike Sievert took to the stage at Starbase last Thursday with Elon to announce that T-Mobile and SpaceX have partnered on a new technology that T-Mobile is calling Above and Beyond. The ability for existing cell phones on their network to be able to use the Starlink satellite network to make calls and texts anywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, as Mike and Elon pointed out, there are currently 500,000 square miles of the U.S. that have absolutely no cell reception. Using Starlink, there would be coverage everywhere. We say would be because this hasn't happened yet, though.
Yeah, according to Sievert, this will be rolled out starting late next year and would be a free addition to most of their popular phone plans on T-Mobile.
To do this, Starlink is constructing a new and more powerful phased array antenna for its satellites that will allow them to pick up your cell phone signal 500 miles away, going 17,000 miles an hour.
Now, to be clear, this is not high bandwidth. It's about 2 to 4 megabits per second, or about 1 to 2,000 phone calls per satellite area. It'll likely be limited to certain communication apps that don't use a lot of data to send messages or voice calls.
Right. Now, you might be saying, 2 to 4 megabits. That's like what I'd get in a hotel. No.
Yeah.
That 2 to 4 megabits is
for everybody.
For everybody within that satellite's zone. And
now,
you might be saying, how big is that zone?
Yeah, is that like a cell phone signal area?
No. Take a circle of 100 miles in diameter. That bandwidth spread among that amount of space. And so that's why they need special apps that are going to not say, oh, yeah, I'll send that, 14 megabyte GIF. No. You're not going to send video. You're not going to send pictures. You are just going to basically be sending text messages, which are like little teeny tiny packets of information, and voice calls. As they said, you could fit about 1,000 voice calls within that area.
Oh, and so this works because these are low density areas, places where most people don't live anyway.
Right. So we're not talking about New York City here. We're talking about the absolute middle of nowhere.
Now, you might be saying, I don't usually lose cell phone coverage, and when I do, it's only a slight inconvenience, so I don't care.
I don't care.
But as they pointed out, there's 500,000 square miles of the U.S. that doesn't have cell phone coverage. If you're out there hiking, biking,
flying,
doing
in a boat.
anything. I mean, you could be doing pretty much anything. If you can't call people to let them know that you have hurt yourself, you have to now drag yourself out or wait for people to go, hey, where's Greg? I haven't seen him in a while.
Let's talk about the coasts. I mean, if you're out there fishing or sailing and you need help and you try and call someone, a lot of times there's no cell phone coverage and you're going to die. I think what's really going to happen here is that as soon as some life is saved, maybe next year or the year after, and people start to realize that this is a big deal, I think we're going to see that this was a necessary thing.
The crazy part is we might not even hear the story because it's just going to be like, and I took on my cell phone and I had service and I called. And it's like, okay, so your rattlesnake bite wasn't a big deal.
And here's the thing. It's using existing cell phones. You don't have to buy like a new phone. This is using existing cell phone coverage. So that's pretty amazing. Elon tweeted out Starlink version 2 launching next year will transmit direct to mobile phones, eliminating dead zones worldwide. And Dave Lee asked, will Tesla cars get this feature too in the future to connect directly to Starlink satellites for emergency calls and texts?
And Elon said, yes.
So I'm a bit confused.
I'm a bit confused.
Because Elon said it's going to use your mobile phone to eliminate dead zones.
Right.
But then Dave Lee asked, will the Tesla themselves have this directly? So they're going to have to add something.
Well, yeah. I mean, so right now, Tesla has 4G, which is not the same kind of communication. It might have the right chips and antennas and stuff to communicate with this lower bandwidth signal, but I don't know if the car is set up for making a phone call itself saying, hello, I am a phone, because it's a car.
But I mean, it can connect to the network, so I think it can make calls. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already in there. But hey, comment down below if you know the answer. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.